I'm Selena. I hope that you folks are doing well, whatever time you're watching this. Um, I'm 19 years old. I work 2 jobs, and I'm a full-time college student. But I make these videos so I can look back and be like watching my progress and realize what I've learned. And I have a few things to say. I don't really write these down, but I've gone through a lot of things in my life, as anyone has. But there are some lessons that I've learned that are very important to me. Um, I One of the most important lessons I've learned is you always have to do what is best for you, and doing what is best for you is knowing who you are, and how you know who you are is by observing how you interact with others. For example, I write down in my notes whenever I get upset or I overthink a lot. I go home, I hold myself, and I comfort myself like, you did a good job today. Your day was good. Everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna talk about it. Me talking to myself. In a notes app, I write down situations that have happened and during my day. Like I write down things that have like upset me during my day, and then I come home, or if I have the time to, I write down how I reacted in those ways. Like adjectives of how I reacted. I was like rude, brash, bratty, annoyed, or graceful, understanding. I write those things down, and I meditate, and I talk to myself like, hey, this situation happened, how do I feel about it? Like, how do I want to feel about it? Was that who I was? Did that show what I was about? Was I this? Was I that? Was I blah blah blah? You know what I mean? And learning about like situations of other people definitely helps me understand where my boundaries are and what my triggers are. Wow, this shirt is funky monkey. Funky monger. But it's very useful tool. Come closer. Come closer, I have something to tell you. Hello. But it's important to know who you are and how you interact with people, how you like to be treated. Second is that people will take advantage of you, and that's why knowing who you are is very important, because then you can say like, hey, don't do that, or don't speak to me this manner. Like, I would appreciate if you spoke to me differently. This is how you could speak to me. Or just don't if you don't have to. Like, just really up to your discretion to see what is right and what is fit for that situation. You gotta do what's best for you, and you have to know what's best for you. Otherwise, life is gonna catch you out of nowhere. You're gonna be overwhelmed. Why has no one told me about my eyeliner? It's weird. Oh. If it bothers you, it bothers you. You're gonna keep looking at it anyways. Does it look weird? But yeah, you have to know what is... It kind of does. Anyways, you have to know what is best for you, and being able to be discreet about it. Mistakes are good. How are you gonna have good without the bad? You have to make mistakes. You have to learn. You have to do all these things. You have to do all the work for it. And sometimes it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing making mistakes. Sometimes you feel shame. Sometimes you feel guilt. Sometimes you're just like, no, but I was in the right. Okay. You do whatever is right for you. If you're stubborn, you're hard-headed, that's how you view things. That's your perspective of things. But you have to realize, if you want to be a good person, sometimes you have to take a seat back and observe. Take a seat back and watch people. Watch how other people interacting with others, how they interact with you, how you interact with other people, how you think about things, other people's perspectives. Like, put yourself in those people's shoes. However, don't try to walk in their shoes. You know what I mean? A lot of people say like, oh my gosh, this is bothering me too. A lot of people say like, walk into other people's shoes. Don't do that. Just try to understand their perspective, so then you can have an educated observation about yourself, your interactions, your surroundings. Learn more social skills in that. Does that look better, guys? Learn more social cues in your situation. Yeah. So then you can either avoid those social situations, or you could riff off of those certain social situations. Oh my god, this pencil has a sharpener. Wow! Wow. But yeah, that's really important for you to really know what you're doing, observation, watching. I watch a lot of videos about just improvement in general and like my standards. I watch Wiz Lizard, I watch Leo Skeppy, I watch a lot of folks. I watch a lot of like financial advice, so I'm always like more like self-growth kind of person. You don't have to be like that, but if you want to learn more about yourself, it's very important that you take the time. And I watch videos about PTSD, trauma, mental disorders, so it really helps me learn and not take things so personally, because brother, you can't control how people feel, you can't control how others do things, you can only control yourself. You can't control the way you feel, true, you can't control how you react to them. My feelings are my feelings, my responsibility, no one else's. I don't ask for advice by ranting. If I'm asking for advice, I'm going to say it directly. Hey, I need advice on this one thing. Can you please help me? If you can't, I just want to rant. That's okay. Are you okay to listen to me ranting? Are you comfortable with that? Is that going to be plausible? Some people, certain things, certain relationships are very different, and you got to think about it this way. Relationships, in my opinion, any sort of relationship, platonic, familial, romantic, any relationship is not what people can do for each other, but what enjoying the people as they are. Enjoying the people as they are and not what they can give you. Because what can they give you that you can't give yourself? Realistically speaking. Realistically speaking, you can do all of that yourself. You need assurance? Go to the mirror. Go to the mirror, be like, you're so gorgeous, you're so beautiful, thank you so much for being alive. Thank you so much for taking the time to do your makeup. Me in the mirror. Thank you so much for taking time to do your makeup, to eat, to drink, to get ready for the day. You're doing such a great job. Keep it up. Or, hey, why are you crying? Is there something going on? How do I feel? What happens? You just gotta talk to yourself, because who else are you gonna have besides yourself? You're gonna be crazy, but I'd rather do this at home than do it in public and be like, you know what I mean? Because when I self-reflect in my head, I imagine myself looking at my mirror. And I do it in my head instead of doing it out loud. People think you're crazy, brother. But it's good to like have a relationship with yourself and really look at yourself as the younger person, as like seeing yourself fully as the trauma that you used to have, and trying to be like, hey, something upset you today, right? Something upset you today, right? You didn't like the way Angela talked to you. How did she talk to you? What did it remind you of? Is it just because you don't like her personality? Is she harming you in any way? Or do you feel like she triggers something in your past? Did your mom talk to you that way in the past? That kind of thing. It's better to talk to yourself as if you're your own friend. That definitely helps you a lot, especially if you don't have a strong emotional support system and running away from your thoughts isn't helping anymore, like going on social media and trying to distract yourself with other things. It's not going to be consistent, and it's not going to help you grow in a sense. But you do whatever you need to do for yourself. Like, no one's telling you you can't. You can, but you just got to know yourself. If you're trying to be a strong and growing, strong independent adult, adulting's really hard. It is. But you got this. You can do it. You just need to have a foundation with yourself before anything else. And have your priorities right. Have your priorities straight. You can only, in my opinion, my excuses, for me only, excuses are lies to myself. Because if you really, really, really wanted it that bad, would you really make an excuse? Would you actually make an excuse if you wanted it that bad? If you're making an excuse, you don't want it that bad. Bodybuilders. Every day, same food, consistent, right? Millionaires. Consistency, right? Who else? That's all I can think of right now, but consistency is key. Consistency does not look like motivation, like, oh, I don't feel like doing it today. I don't feel like doing it today. Maybe I'll watch some Pinterest and do it. No. 3, 2, 1. Up. Do it. Or halt. Halt. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. What do I feel? Why am I angry? Why am I upset? Do I need this? Do I need that? Did I drink water today? Did I eat anything today? Did I check in with myself? Did I ask myself what's wrong? Am I having a bad day? Am I stressed out about something? What is wrong? You have to keep yourself in check because no one else will. As an adult, your mommy isn't going to be by your side anymore. No one's going to save you. No one. You're not fucking Rapunzel. You can look like Rapunzel, yeah. Princesses are princesses, however, that's fantasy world, if you think about it. It's a fantasy world. And yes, we can live in our fantasies, however, we have to know the distinction between fantasy and reality. And reality is crazy, insane, bonkers, wonkers, hard, batshit, make you cry while you're shitting on the toilet, okay? Reality is gonna punch you in the face. You're not gonna have enough money for something. You're not gonna have enough money for this. You can't do this. You have to do this first. You're not gonna have a job. You're not gonna have a boyfriend. You're not gonna have this and that. Okay. You're not gonna have this and that, but you're still gonna be grateful. Like, I'm grateful for my living situation. I am blessed. I am blessed. I have a body, I have a mouth, I know so much, I know so many languages, I'm still in school, I'm working 2 jobs, I have AC, I have Wi-Fi. I am so blessed. Yet I still don't have these things. I'm not a millionaire. Comparison is the thief of joy. The only comparisons I make is the comparison from, how do I get from step 1 to 3? How do I get step 1 to 2 to 3? How do I do that, little by little? What am I doing every single day? Comparing this day from this day, what was different, what factors changed it, how did I interact with people, what made me improve in that sense. That's the whole comparison you should do. You should not be comparing yourself, your genuine self, like who you are, the way that you look, to anyone else or anything else, unless it's something that inspires you and something that brings you genuine joy. Don't steal your own joy, because you know other people are gonna do that. Why are you doing their job for you? Let people be the bad people. Let people try to harm you and then look at you and be like, why are they not affected? Hello? Why are they so confident? That's weird. That's weird. That's the trash taking itself out, Pookie. Knowing yourself, having boundaries, being able to check up on yourself, being able to still work on your priorities while doing things is part of adulting. I work 2 jobs. I'm doing full-time school. After work, I call my friends, I talk to my friends, I watch YouTube while I'm doing my homework. I still make time to read books. There's still balance. There's balance. It's gonna be hard, trust. But you gotta build. You gotta build on something. I'd rather have a strong foundation than to have things I can't maintain. I would rather have it's trophy. I don't need it. Strong family, strong sense of self, strong career, strong health. I need it. Trophy? Okay. Bragging rights. Period. But I have bragging rights by being alive. I have bragging rights by being a beautiful person, looking the way I look, because I take care of myself. I'm proud of myself. Because I am educated, I'm smart. I am proud. And I don't need a trophy. I don't need a trophy to be rewarded. The reward is being alive. The reward is having the joy of life. The reward is, okay, memento mori, right? The fear of life, but the blessing of death. Fear of life, blessing of death. YOLO, you only live once, right? So you gotta take those risks, take those calculated risks after doing research. You don't have to do research, but in my opinion, you should do research. And still working for your future and still finding things that keep you going, keep you alive. No one else gonna try to keep you alive. Your mommy, your daddy not gonna save you, brother. They're not. Your boyfriend's not gonna be there forever, right? They're gonna pass, they're gonna go. Your dog isn't gonna be there forever. So you have to do everything in your preventative measures to enjoy, yet still take care of the things that you need to take care of. That's adulting. moment of silence. No one is here to save you. No one is going to stick by your side forever, 24/7. Death is real. It's going to happen. There's no point of fearing it. It's a blessing. Yin and yang, cycle of life. There's fear in life. Fearing that you're not going to get things. Fearing that this is not going to work out. The fear keeps you alive. You're never going to have goals if you don't have fears. My fear is not being happy every day. My fear is being completely stripped away of my emotions and becoming robotic. That's my fear. So what do? I live vicariously every day. I live every day like it's my last. I do my best to try to have as much fun as I can while having balance in my life. I live in fear, not debilitating fear. I live in fear to work towards my success. Fear is not always bad. You need to have the yin and the yang, good and bad. There's balance to everything. You can't always see everything in black and white. There's supposed to be a gray for a reason. There's supposed to be a color spectrum for a reason. That's why we're blessed that we can see colors. Other mammals are colorblind. We're so lucky that we can see colors. There is so much vivid beauty in life and fear in life. Yin and yang. So either take your life very seriously and still find ways to have balance and have fun, or, live your life, do your thing. It's up to you entirely. But you have to do what is best for you, and some people aren't fit for certain things. You have to find that. No one else is here for you but yourself. And me. Comment down below if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any stories, anything. I'm here to support you guys. Gonna try to be here as much as I can for all of us, and yeah, love you guys. Godspeed. God loves you. God's blessing you. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're the baddest. You're the smartest. You're the queen. You're the king. You're royalty. Never let anyone treat you as if you're not. Because who are they? Who are they but peasants? Womp womp. But Godspeed. Everything's gonna be okay. Take care of yourself. Talk next time. Ciao!